from the Strange Planet. Walking Dead is coming back. We're talking about maybe 2-3 weeks tops. That Walking Dead returns in its season 8 series for this year. And with that said, I have predictions. I like making predictions about this kind of stuff, even if they're wrong. Nonetheless, they're not shabby predictions in my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead with it. Ready, guys? Here we go. Prediction number 1. The garbage people get wiped out. Yeah, I'm kind of done with those guys. They're weird. They're so weird. Like, help me understand why they're there. Like, I don't get it. It's like the whole thing is, first of all, the woman, she talked funny. Like, I don't know what happened to her mode of speech during the apocalypse. Was it a virus thing? Or did she always speak like that? So, yeah, we got these people that first of all, betrayed Rick and the gang at Alexandria at the end of season 7, like that. Then they go ahead and strip him of his clothes and stuff, and they kind of like had him fight off a couple of people and a walker and all that, like that. And then they agree to go with him to the sanctuary and then that's when Rick finds out that Negan and the guys broke loose from there. Thank you, Eugene. And what do? They leave him. They abandon him there to die. Like that. Yeah, I'm done with these people. Now, when I saw a quick clip of what's coming, I saw Simon, one of the main saviors, talking to the lady, Jadis, of the garbage people. Hey, look, if it ends up being the saviors that wipe them out, I'm okay with that. I'm just tired of the garbage people. I think they're full of garbage, and I'm done. Prediction number 2. Daryl and Tara spare Dwight. Look, Tara has every right to want to kill him. And as a matter of fact, she puts the gun to his head in the sneak peek that was just released. So it's kind of like, wow, I get why you want to kill him because, he killed Denise and that whole thing. So I get it. Yet, I have a feeling that she's still going to spare his life anyway. Dwight still has a major role to play in the last half of season 8, even if it means him dying at some point. As for Daryl, Daryl's been on a freaking killing spree in the last few episodes. Like, he's been not caring. He's like, you know what, bye. So, even though I can see him doing that with Dwight, he's holding back. He's holding back because we're going to see something play out at the end that will benefit, hopefully, our beloved group. And maybe even at the expense of Dwight's life. Let's see what happens. Prediction number 3. Eugene sacrifices himself for the group. Yeah, I know. Eugene is horrible. Eugene has been like so sewed up to the saviors and Negan. Like he has sold out and he has done such messed up stuff at this point to have all of us upset at him. I mean, it's bad enough when he lied about there being a cure in Washington, D.C. It's just bad. Like he shouldn't survive anymore. I think we're all done with him too. But if he does go, I think he's going to do something that is going to create a kind of like a sending off with him that's going to make everybody go, wow, Eugene. Okay, brother. You made us proud. He's going to do something that's going to really be an integral part of dropping the final hammer on Negan and the Saviors. And, and with his story arc from the very beginning till now, I think that it only makes sense for it to go in that direction. Like this guy has been showing that he's been kind of a coward and he's been kind of like, just trying to get on the right side, on the side that he'll like survive in. But the truth is, there is an ethic code in him. There is a moral code inside him. He wants to deny that. He wants to walk around like a Vulcan, like Mr. Spock or whatever, like it doesn't matter. But even Mr. Spock had his moral code. Here's one I've talked about before. Carl survives the Walker bite. Now, I know there's rumors all over the internet about that. Oh, you know, he's immune, and he's this, and he's that. But the truth is, I think, in my opinion, that AMC's trying to, like, pull a quick one on us and make us think that he is really gonna die, that he is on his way out. But at the end, we're all like, holy snap! He lived! I did a whole episode of Strange Planet just on my theory alone, which has, as of this video, has gone over 9,000 views. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll put the link below so you can catch it yourself if you have not yet seen it. Prediction number 5. Negan is spared. Hold up. Now, after everything that Negan has done, he killed Abraham. He killed Glenn. He did all this terrible stuff to all these people that were under his thumb at the sanctuary. He's already pretty much hurt us to the extent that, yeah, Rick is going to kill you. Just like he said he would. I have the official Negan bat Lucille right here. You know, it's not real, but, you know, it's a cool collectible that I have added to my, you know, to my collection. So, yeah, you know, it's pretty cool. It's like, I think Rick is going to spare him. And this is why I think that. I think that it's going to be based on what Carl wrote in that little notebook that we see him writing in at the end of episode 8, last December. I think he wrote something there that is going to make Rick honor his request. And I think it has a lot to do with the quote from the Quran that he mentions when you see him. You know, there's a visual of his eyes there, which I believe is a flash forward of him over Carl's grave. Let your mercy prevail over thy wrath. Yeah, I think he's going to spare Negan. And they're going to just, like in the comic book, he got spared in the comic book, they're going to throw him in a prison cell. However, I think that Rick is going to do something crazy. Like, yeah, I'll spare your life, but not your arm. Remember the arm? Salami slice? Yeah, I think he's going to cut off his hand. We're going to have Lefty Negan. My 6th and final prediction for this upcoming few episodes of The Walking Dead is Morgan is going to leave the group and head out west to join the people from Fear The Walking Dead. As we heard from a few episodes back on Talking Dead, Morgan is going to be heading out to be a part of that cast. Now, the thing that bugged me out about that when I first found out was like, wait a minute. How does that work in the timeline? Did he take a Greyhound bus out to New Mexico or something like that to meet up with these people and then do his thing there? And then he comes back? And then that's when he goes bat wild and stuff like that on the, you know, when Rick and Carl finds him all messed up and crazy in season 3? Because if we recall the episode where we see in season 6 where Morgan is kind of still gone crazy and he's killing people in the woods and he's just wandering about, and he finally comes across this guy who kind of teaches him the way of peace, the way of all life is precious, and he shows him how to use the stick and all that cool Jedi stuff. Like, if he's in Fear the Walking Dead, when we see him in Fear the Walking Dead, I think there has to be a jump in the timeline. It makes no sense for him to go crazy, lose his son, Dwayne, go out to New Mexico, come back to the same area, and go buck wild and starts killing people, and then he starts, you know, doing what he's doing. He goes through this thing he does, you know, where he kind of gets rehabilitated in a sense by this dude, and then he ends up moving on. He finds the map to DC that Rick left in the church, and he follows the trail up. You're telling me that what happens in Fear the Walking Dead happened before all of that? I don't know. Nah, I think there's going to be a serious time jump from where we last saw Madison crawling up on the banks of that flood, that when the dam broke and everything, her son Nicholas blew the dam up to get rid of these crazy guys. I think there's going to be a serious time jump, and I think that Morgan is going to be a part of that time jump. My prediction is that at the end of this season, Morgan's just going to tell Rick, I gotta go find myself. Okay, guys, those are my predictions for The Walking Dead for the second half of season 8, coming soon at the end of February. What are your thoughts about The Walking Dead? Talk to me. Comment below and share with me your ideas of what your predictions might be for The Walking Dead Season 8. This is Ralph Perez from Strange Planet. Take care.